Motivational quotes in English literature by Dr. Joghee Senthilkumar. The quotations taken from Paradise Lost, book number 1 of John Milton. Fallen cherub, to be weak is miserable, doing or suffering. He gives expression to his invisibility. What though the field be lost, all is not lost. The unconquerable will and study of revenge, immortal hate, and courage never to submit or yield, and what else is not to be overcome. To the Renaissance man, independence was the one ambition and goal of life. Saturn becomes the spokesman of his Renaissance philosophy. Fallen cherub, to be weak is miserable, doing or suffering. After God sent Saturn and his comrades to hell, is talking about his comments to his fallen cherub, his comrades. To be weak is miserable, doing or suffering. Whatever it may be, you have to be bold in everything. What though the field be lost, all is not lost. What though the unconquerable will and study of revenge, immortal hate, and courage never to submit or yield, and what else not to be overcome. That is, Milton was a staunch individualist and a champion of individual liberty and freedom. According to the Renaissance philosophy, a life in which man is not responsible for his actions is meaningless. He shows that God in his omniscience has foreknowledge of man's fate, but he leaves man's free will. So here he talks about his free will, that what though the field be lost, all is not lost. Still he has got the power and unconquerable will to take study revenge or immortal hate and courage never to submit or yield. He has got the spirit of agony to set forth his schemes to take revenge upon God. Still he is having the adequate talents, the adequate power, the adequate strength to vigorously taking against to the norms of God. A mind not to be changed by place or time, the mind in its own place and in itself can make a heaven of hell or a hell of heaven. So he is talking about his mind can able to change hell into heaven and heaven into hell. Here we may reign secure, and in my choice to reign is worth ambition, though in hell, to better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. And better to serve to the God's norms, he can be a leader in hell than to be served in heaven. To reign secure and in my choice, the reign is worth ambition, though in hell, better to reign in hell than to serve in heaven. This is the true Renaissance spirit that Milton so strongly expresses through Saturn. The Renaissance man had an insatiable thirst for knowledge, for adventure and explorations. It is this, the thirst, that impels Saturn against all dangers and risks to break away from the hell and explore the immeasurable chores and newly created human world. So here it is very important aspect of Renaissance was humanism. As assisted the essential dignity of man as a man, man had come to be regarded as the crown and roof of all creation, the measures of all things. So here he is talking about is giving boosting towards his comrades to arise, work, stop not till the goal is reached. So he can able to change his mind into hell into heaven and heaven into hell and vice versa, and he can better reign in secure in hell than to serve in heaven. And he doesn't want to be the slave to God or act like a master, not like a slave. That is his policy. Thus Milton brought about a fusion and synthesis of two great movements of his age, the Renaissance and the Reformation. Milton's true kinship is not with Bunyan or Baxter, the strictly Puritan writers, not at all together with Cromwell and the heroes of the battle for religious and political liberty. That is pinpointing towards the reign of Charles I. He is against to the norms of liberty, and he wants to show his masterpiece. In his actions set forth the scheme of introducing the character of Saturn to produce a vital character, and he seeks for liberty. That is his staunch individuality that we can attain.